Good morning from Big Sky Country. I'm Stacy, owner of Montana Used Bricks. And as you'll remember last week, I didn't have much of a video because I was having a bad week. And I have to say, even though I'm only midweek, this week is going much better than last week. I feel better, things are starting to smooth out in my personal life, and I've even had time to put some stuff into inventory. The only one bad thing about this week is my Lego sales are really down. In fact, not just for the week, but for the whole month. And you might be wondering why that is. I am too. It's one of those things that happen. I think in my case though, I think the reason that I haven't been getting as many sales is because I don't have as many unique items in my store. I basically have right now what everybody else has. And my prices are competitive, and I am getting a few sales here and there, but for the most part, sales are way down, and the orders I'm getting are very small, which tells me that most likely I need to spend a little bit more time getting parts into inventory and trying to find those unique parts to draw people into my store. There are some other issues that might be in play here. It may just be that it's that time of year where people are out and about more, they're spending more time outside, they're working in their yards, kids now have all their outdoor sports, and just the fact that a lot of states are now coming off of the mask mandate and opening things back up, people are finding other things to do. 2020 was probably by far our best year for sales because people were locked at home. April of 2020, our sales skyrocketed. It was by far the best month we had had since we opened. So it makes sense that now things are slowing down because people are doing other stuff. There might be a couple of other reasons for that. We're just coming off of a couple of stimulus packages, there's less benefits being handed out, and people have already got their tax refunds. But I think the main reason that people may not be purchasing Lego, if other stores are struggling with this as well, is the fact that people haven't been anywhere for a year. And they may now be putting all their money aside so that they can take a really nice vacation with their family or go visit family that they haven't seen in over a year. So people are just using their money for other stuff other than buying Lego. This brings me to another point. Lego sales fluctuate all the time, and I cannot find a rhyme or reason for it. There are stores out there that have tracked their sales, and they'll tell you that, oh, the summer months are always slow, and the best months are these 3 months of the year, the worst months are always these 3 months. But the thing I found is that that's not true for me. I'm not sure where they're getting that. They're just basing it probably on their own store, and each store is different. And I really do believe that there is no rhyme or reason for this. There could be, maybe you'll see a little bit more sales in a couple of months of the year than you will others. I do keep track of all of my sales on a monthly basis. And a lot of times they'll say that, oh, these months are slow, and I'll go back and look, and those are the months that might be the best ones for me. And this varies from year to year. Like I said, last year, April was the best month that I had had. But other years, sometimes July is my best month. There's been a couple of times where December has been my best month. It fluctuates. As far as I can tell, there's no rhyme or reason to it. And I do think that has a lot to do with what you have in your store. If you're running a sale, if maybe you had some really unique items that month, you might have had 2 or 3 big sales that boosted your monthly bottom line. It's really hard to tell. I don't think you can count on one month being better than others. And I think anybody who owns a Bricklink store will tell you never count on the sales that you do have because they will fluctuate. As far as I can tell, like I keep saying, there's no rhyme or reason for it. And don't count on buying certain parts thinking if I have these parts, I'm going to get a whole lot of sales. You might, and you might not. I do have certain parts that I know will sell faster than others, but that's not always true. For example, I have the magnets in my store, and sometimes they'll sell as soon as I put them into inventory, and then other times they'll sit there for months. So there's no guarantee that just because I have those, I'm going to be able to draw people into my store. So for me, May of 2021 has been by far the slowest sales month I've had in years. But for me, that's kind of worked out to be a good thing because I have had some other issues going on that have taken up a lot of my time and energy, and I really haven't had time to work on my store anyway. It's actually been kind of a good thing that that happened this month versus other months. Now it's like, what do I do? Sales are down. How can I bring people in? One is I can get back to putting things into inventory, like I said earlier. I just need to just start adding, and hopefully whatever I'm adding are things that people need or want or would like. If you're having a slow month, then it might also be a good time to do an audit. And this is something I definitely need to do. My inventory is way off. As I've said before, I swear the minifigures come to life at night and start moving everything around and hiding parts from me, because no matter how many times I check a drawer, it's always off. I don't know what happens. Now would also be a good time for me to maybe do a little spot audit and just check various drawers to make sure that I do have the right count of those parts. Another thing I can do is just take a break, just relax. Maybe just focus on the business when I do have an order and spend the rest of the time with friends and family, or maybe getting outside and enjoying the Montana weather. But not today though. It's all rainy and snowy and not the best day to be outside. A good day to be at home, curled up on the couch, drinking a cup of tea and reading a good book maybe. I guess the point I'm trying to get to is your sales are going to fluctuate, and it's going to fluctuate for a variety of reasons, most of which you won't even understand or ever know. So just kind of go with it. Just accept that this month was slow and next month may be better. If next month isn't better, then maybe start looking at your inventory, increasing it, adding more unique items. Maybe look at your prices. Maybe your prices are a little stale and haven't been keeping up with the current market price for those parts. Maybe look at your terms and conditions and your shipping and see if there's anything in there you need to tweak to draw people in. You can also do a sale. I've done these before when things were kind of slow. I'll pick an item that I have multitude of, or items that I think will draw people into my store. Years ago, I used to sell Bionicle parts on sale if I wanted to draw people in. But lately, I've noticed that Bionicle seems to sell faster than almost anything else. So now, I'll look at something else that maybe will draw people into my store and will kind of boost my sales for the month. Just keep at it. That's all I can tell you when you have a slow month. Just keep plugging away, and eventually things will come together, and all of a sudden you'll have so many sales you'll be wondering what you were stressing about. And I do that a lot. In fact, my friends and family laugh at me because usually about the time I start stressing that I'm not having a lot of sales and I look at all my inventory, I start to panic, and usually within days I'll start getting sales again. Like I said, just keep at it. So that's about it for this video. I recorded this a little early this week. It's 6 a.m. on Thursday. Usually I do these on Saturday, but I wanted to make sure I got a video out this week. And because sales were slow, this was something that was on my mind, and I thought I would share it with you. So I want to thank you for taking the time to watch my video. If you enjoyed this, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you really liked it, go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.